So good morning and welcome back to another race vlog. We are back in the capital, London here, heading off to Battersea Park now for another sub-16 5k attempt. So there's a 3:45 a.m. alarm, got in the car at just after 4, drove to Gloucester, 4:50 bus down to London, got in at 7:50, had the bicarb, and I am now walking down to Battersea Park for a 10:20 start. It's been a long morning already, but I'm really excited for today. This is one that I have really taken quite seriously. I've had quite a down week this week, not done a lot of running, tried to freshen up. Really going to be going for that sub-16 today. So let's get on down to Battersea and get ourselves warmed up. So fueling, how did that go this morning? Well, as you saw, a couple of bits of B-roll there. So I had my porridge on the bus on the way down with chocolate spread. So that was about 3.5 hours out, plus the Sturka drink mix. So that's the standard fueling, and then bicarb 2 hours out, and then we're going to be doing the usual ketone IQ shot and Morton calf gel, which is going to be 200 milligrams of caffeine, and we'll have that between 30 to 40 minutes out. And as you can see, everything is getting set up behind me. I'm quite early. I'm actually going to meet Ben very quickly for a quick catch up. Haven't seen him in a while, so I'm going to have a quick half an hour with him before I come back here and get my bib and get everything ready to go. Right, shoe choice, Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3. These things have not let me down yet, so we're going to lace these things up. Go and drop the bag off over there. The tent is just behind me over there, so we'll go and get all that done, get on with this warm-up. Right, just getting the warm-up done, 7 minutes or so easy. Still a couple of minutes tempo and some strides, and we're going to learn. We've got about 10 minutes to the start. We're really excited for this one. Right, so we are underway at the Battersea Park 5k. A massive thanks to Ben, Sean and Catherine for helping me film today's vlog. Really grateful for their footage, and you'll see a lot of it used throughout. The goal today was to pace a lot better than I have in previous 5ks, and I remember the last time I came to Battersea Park last year at the Top Flight 5k, I had a stinking second half of a race. So I was approaching this first bit a little bit cautiously. I did think I started myself a bit further out the field. It transpires that I was quite at the back, but nevertheless I got rolling nicely, kept things under control and let the first section take care of itself. So as you can see, the first K is out of the way. I want to speed this up because at this point now, after that first kilometre, I basically just started picking people off, and that was the game plan, that was the goal. Start conservatively and just work into it and finish really strong. Recently, I've been going out quite hard in my races and trying to hang on. Today, I wanted to go out strong but controlled and then try and pick people off. It gives you so much confidence, as you will see as the race goes on. Coming round to start the second loop, I felt really strong at this point, way better than I did this time last year doing the last race. I felt really good. I felt like I could start to open up a little bit now and really start to work down. And you'll notice that with the pace splits that come on screen very soon. Feeling good and looking to continue to just keep working up the field and picking people off. And I knew that if I could get to this corner here, this is where I needed to then really lock in and not drop pace. The temptation right now at this stage is to find a pack and hang and then let them do some work and then move on. But I knew that seconds were precious and I could not sit behind a pack for any length of time. I just had to continually try and tick different people off and just keep pushing, because I knew it could come down to fine margins. Coming round the final corner now, this was the last stretch of Battersea Park before I had to do a right then a right, and at this point I knew it was going to be tight. I looked down at my watch and it said 15:01, 15:02, and I thought, my gosh, I've got to get all the way up here, turn right then turn right again and to the finish in a minute. This is nowhere going to happen. I was starting to panic, so I literally just put my foot down, stopped looking at the watch and just absolutely went for it.
Go Andy! What happens when you legs aren't happening? That's alright.
Brace yourself into shape.
Yeah, exactly.
We did it, 15:57 official, absolutely buzzing. I've got to be honest with you, we came round the corner at the bottom of Battersea there, my watch said 15:01, I thought I've got to run all the way up there, turn the corner and come in under 16, I thought there's no way it's going to happen. My watch has actually measured 3.14, so a little bit long, maybe that's because I had to go around traffic, I don't know, either way, it is done, we did it, mission accomplished. So there we go, made it back home in one piece. It is 5 o'clock, so it's been a long old day, 13 hours since I got up. So yeah, pretty tired now, but absolutely worth it. We did it, we got it 15:57, so that is a 7-second PB. My course on the watch ran a bit long, everyone seemed to, but it's just Battersea Park. I think we obviously sometimes have to take the outside line, and it's just so happy to finally break that 16-minute barrier. So a few thank yous, obviously a massive thanks to Ben for coming along, having a chat beforehand, just catching up with him. It was great to see him. And obviously his footage. Catherine, my cousin, she was amazing. She helped with the footage too. And then my wife as well, for looking after the kids while I gallivanted off down to London to run a 5K. Very, very grateful. And of course, Run Through and Top Flight, both amazing companies putting on this event. Really grateful to have been a part of it. So let's get into the race recap. So I'll keep it relatively short and sweet because of course it's 2 laps of Battersea Park. But I tried not to start myself too far at the back of this one. Last time I started literally on the back. I tried to start a couple of rows in front. It ended up being that everyone shot off really fast and I was one of the last to go around the corner. But my goal for this one was to go out at 16 flat pace and try and work into it. Last time I ran Battersea, I ran 16:05 and I ran a pretty hard first mile and I really struggled on the second loop. And what I didn't want to happen this time was to struggle on the second loop. So relatively conservative on that first one, split a 5:09 mile coming out of the track and out onto Battersea and turning down onto that first loop. When you turn out and you go along the south side of Battersea back towards the start, that's when the wind hit us. I didn't mention it. It was a little bit windy, but I didn't notice it, thankfully. Too much. I was in packs here and there, and when I was open and exposed, it wasn't too bad. Split a 5:09 on the Coros. It says 5:10 on Strava. It rounded it up, and I was like, perfect. This is it. This is where I want to be. And I basically at that point said, right, you're just going to start reeling people in. You've got 2 miles to go. I just want you to look at the next person in front, catch up to them and pass them. But what I didn't want to happen this time was for me to catch someone up and then just sit behind them, because I knew that every second counted, and clearly it did, because I was only 3 seconds under my time. And I'm really glad I made that decision. I didn't rest. I just tried to permanently feed off everyone's energy as I went past them, listen to their breathing, compared their breathing to mine. I was like, oh gosh, right, they're struggling more than me. I'm doing all right, keep pushing on, and just kind of having that positive mentality all the way around. So I started the second lap, really put my foot down a bit there, came back through onto the sort of middle section and split a 5 flat mile. So I was well under pace and I was really happy with that. And then things started to hurt, but I only had a mile to go and I was very happy. So we turned back down onto that south side along the bottom stretch of Battersea, and again I was just trying to pick people off. Looked at my watch a few times. First time I was glancing a few times at my watch, which is often a sign of weakness. When is this going to be over? And ultimately it was saying like 5:11, 5:12, and I was like, no, that is not enough, you've got to keep pushing. So I just kept pushing, keep working on. I think I split a 5:08, so I was like, brilliant, this is bang on target. And as I came round the corner and I could see the turning up ahead for the track, I looked at the time on my watch and it said 15:01, 2, 3. I was like, man, I've got to get all the way up to there, turn into the track and then down the track in less than a minute. So I just had to put the kick in there, and then I just had to drop the hammer. I just went for it. So again, just tried to pass more and more people, turned onto the track, sharp turn again, looked up and it was like 15:39, 15:40, and I had 20 seconds to get to the end, and I just sprinted as hard as I could and stopped the watch. And yeah, 15:57, absolutely over the moon. So success, really happy with that. Halfway through the training block and we've achieved the goal. We've done the 10k time this year and the 5k time. Those are the only 2 time goals that I really wanted. In fact, it was only the 5k one that I wanted. The 10k I've kind of carried over from the last couple of years, and I pushed to one side for this 5k goal. So I'm really, really happy. 5 more weeks of training left, and then I can lock into my summer mode where I'm just going to be logging a lot of miles, and I can't wait for those autumn goals. But for the moment, we're fully locked in on speed, really starting to find my groove with it, really excited to get back into things. Higher mileage again next week, cannot wait. So a massive thanks to you guys again for out there cheering and supporting. I heard so many of you, and if you raced the top flight race, it was great to see you. For the people that said hi, and of course well done to everyone in the main race at 11 o'clock. Great event as always by Run Through and Top Flight. Really, really grateful to have been a part of it. And that is it, guys, we'll leave it there. Very happy. I'll leave a link on screen, the video for my 10k PB up here, and I'll leave a link down here for my last 5k attempt where I came so close to breaking 15 for a Hereford 5k down here. And I'll see you guys over on one of those.